OCO family, and welcome back to another live stream.
Yes.
We're coming to you live right now.
Live, yes. What's your favorite man and your favorite, young
That's
lady?
What can we say? We're here representing.
Yes, my very handsome husband, Tim, and your girl, Phoebe. Now, we have some very good information to share with you today, just like yesterday and every day. We have some more content from Instagram. We'll allow some more people to climb in the chat before we get started.
That's right. Climb on in.
We try to give a little advance notice, just a little bit, so you can get ready on this Saturday.
That's right.
Peace and love. It's good to see y'all. It's good to see everybody. All right. Now, if you read the title, you read it right. Why Black Americans, so-called Black Americans, are not from Africa. For a long, long time, we've been miseducated to believe that every melanated person derived from Africa. And that is one of the biggest lies ever told in history. It's also one of the biggest spells ever cast in history.
And that spell couldn't have been cast without the introduction of their religion. If you know us, if you understand us, you know that we're very spiritual people. We were a royal people. We were protectors of the land. We were protectors, and we had knowledge of the universe. That's who we are. We're not a bunch of slaves. We are the indigenous people who have always been here on Turtle Island.
That's right. If you could close that closet door for me, I would really appreciate it.
Close the closet door. Okay.
Okay. Y'all already all over here. Okay.
Better?
Much better.
Okay.
All right. Sound is good. We're going to get started right about now.
Okay.
Here's the first video.
Let's start showing these videos.
All right. Oh, and stick around till the end because I have a real special poem that I want you all to listen to. A very special message from a beautiful copper-colored Niji woman.
Who was, as a matter of fact, let's say, on Tiny Desk.
Was on Tiny Desk. That's right. First video.
Please explain, what do you mean by so-called African Americans or so-called Black people?
So-called Black people. Black is the color of my hair. Black is the color of this watch band. Black is the color of the hoodie you got on. So, of course, we're not those colors. We are brown. We're copper. We're bronze. We're brown people. That's our pigmentation. That's the color of our melanin. So that's why I say so-called Black, because Black is the color of our Crayola. Black is the color of our crown. We're not the color of a crown. We're copper-skinned people. The reason why I say so-called African Americans, because not all, but 98% of the so-called Africans that's in America are not African at all. We actually are indigenous to this land, and we come from this land. So we have to quit acting like that all life started in Africa. No, all life stimulated everywhere. There have been Black people on every inch of this planet since the beginning of this earth. So we have to understand it and really do the research. And when you really do that research and you travel the world, you will see that. When you go to Asia and you go to China, the first people there that are still there now that they have ran to the mountains was Asiatic so-called Africans. The only reason why they put African to anything that's Black, but that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. Matter of fact, if you go to Africa, most of your African tribes don't even call that land Africa. They have another name for it. So where do we get this name from? You start saying that these names are named after conquistadors or people that go on quest and take over things. So the reason why I say so-called African Americans, I say African Americans because we identify as that as Black people in America. I say so-called because...
Please explain, what do you mean by so-called African American?
Well, see, we were taught. See, those things were taught to us to take away our identity. That's why they relabeled us time and time again. But when those first set of explorers came over and Webster started his dictionary in order to communicate with us, we were called Indians, the copper-colored people. That's what we've always been known as throughout history. Now, using Niji is a personal thing. That's a part of our language. That's what we called each other. We didn't call ourselves Indians like the colonizers did. That was a name that was and a label that was also given to us.
Of course. And you mentioned Webster, and I'm not giving no history lesson. I'm
Right.
just saying
Okay.
the English language is the Algonquin language because they studied the Algonquin languages that were found here in the Americas, and they condensed it.
They created trading languages all over the planet.
Mm-hmm.
The words that are included in our trading language are the words that we used.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. All right. Next video. Let's just keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it popping. I have a special message from the elder.
Mm-hmm. Now, I always say, elders, we have to get our acts together. It's up to us to restore the greatness that our ancestors, the legacy that our ancestors left us. It's important for you to pass on that information to the next generation because we are what we are. We're not niggas, we're not Negro, we're not Black, we're not African American. We are the indigenous Niji, not of America, but of Turtle Island. That's what we called our place, where we live, Turtle Island.
That's right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
It took so much time and effort to bury the truth about who we are. They just wanted us to be slaves from Africa, to have no identity, to have no roots. And they went to great lengths to cover up our identities. So they are controlling the vital statistics and what it looks like and who is on the census and how you are represented on the census. Oh, you're light-skinned or you're this, that, and the other. That was introduced to us by colonizers. So let's stop pushing forward that narrative and remember who we are. We are the people of this land. We honor the land. We honor our ancestors. We honor the truth. So let's, share our truths. If your truth is different than mine, it doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and you're wrong. It just means this is what I found.
And your truth doesn't apply to me. DNA, okay?
Does
not apply.
That was a good one. Uh-huh. Much love to the elders who are sharing the message and who are living in their truth. And much love to the young people who are using that vigor and that energy in a strategic, constructive manner. All right?
Because it wasn't anything that we perpetrated on ourselves. You have to understand that it was a spell, that it's a spell cast, cast through their religion, okay? Through their religion. The only thing they brought over was their religion and pestilence, death, okay? That's what they've contributed to the planet. We are protectors of not only our land, but we're protectors for the whole planet. We set the tone, okay? It's time for us to remember who we are. Every time you feel that wind blowing, that's their ancestors nudging you along into who you're supposed to be,
really,
who you are. We have to honor those who came before us. Yes. And the way we can honor that is through identification and becoming spiritually in tune again with who we really are. We've adopted so many other negative things because we want to feel that inclusion, that illusion of inclusion, but we never meant to be included. We set the tone. See, white people are no longer, they first were under the illusion of inclusion put upon them by the elites telling them that you're superior because they didn't want us all to get together. They knew we had already affected the world a whole bunch. So they turned around and told those white folks, hey, you're better. But coming in the present century, coming in 2025, white folks know that they're not superior. They know they're not. We need to stop kowtowing. We need to stop bending over. We need to realize our power. And we need to come together. We need unity. We need solidarity. We need each one of us to be on the same page in order to change future events for our children. See, we're here for our children and for our ancestors. That's who we are. We're protectors. We're sovereign beings.
That's right.
We're royalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you look like royalty.
I have to lease my own. I'm the sheriff of my land. Okay?
All right. Let's get into this next video. All right. Another reason why so-called Black Americans are not from Africa. Let me start it over for you. Okay, here we go.
History of lies happened, and that is that we are indigenous from America. We come from America. We don't come from Africa. But in order for them to take the precious treasures of America, which we have oil, we have gold, we have copper, we have all of that here. Where are these slave ships? Where are these slave ships? They made it seem like it was this big, mass transatlantic slave trade where millions of us came from Africa. Where's the boats? Where's the boats at? Where's the boats? Where's the boats at? Everything in history have evidence of the past. Where's the boats? Where's the boats at? They're trying to make us subconsciously identify with a place that is not really our home. This is our home. Majority of the sea have been explored where they finding all these ancient relics showing us the past. Where are these slave ships? 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 If we went through this big transatlantic slave trade, then where are the true stories coming down from my ancestors, coming down from my family? Where's the boats? Where's the boats at? My grandma on the paternal side, full-blooded Cherokee. All she did was chew tobacco. Ancient traditions of Indians in America. Indians in America. Or I don't think somebody was born in Africa and then migrated millions and trillions of miles. So we have different traditions. We even our physiological and our DNA structure is different from us in Africa. Like, where's the boats? Where's the boats?
Where's the
Black is the color of our Crayola. Black is the color of our crown. We're not the color of our crown. We're copper skinned people. We're copper skinned people. We're copper skinned people. We were prisoners of war. They came to our land. They took over our land. The strong ones of us, they broke us mentally. Then they made us work on our own land. How you think we did this shit so good? We're the best cotton pickers because we was picking cotton before they came. They put Africans to anything that's black. It's not true. Where's the boats at? The sea have been explored where they finding all these ancient relics showing us the past. Where are these slave ships? The whole plot and plan is to create this mass transatlantic slave propaganda. Not saying that black people was not enslaved in America. We were. We suffered from slavery. My great-great-grandma was actually enslaved. I do believe that all people of melanin descent do have some type of ancestry or DNA connection, but we are not all the same people. And we don't all keep all the same traditions. And I haven't found any evidence that truly suggests that. The biggest conspiracy in the history of lies happened. And that is that we are indigenous from America. We come from America. We don't come from Africa. But in order for them to take the precious treasures of America, which we have oil, we have...
I think
that whole part. Super shouts out to Dr. Yaki and shout out to everybody on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, who are saying the truth.
And that's all it is the truth. You can never hide the truth. The truth eventually is going to come up.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what's happening now.
That's what's happening right now. Salute.
Salute.
To the truth.
And by the way, we're saluting with, of course, the first indigenous distiller in America, which was, of course, Nearest Green.
Well, yeah, Ernest
Nearest Green.
But we ain't doing no advertising for Uncle Nearest. Now, back to the topic at hand. Next video. This is a good one. It's a Native American, Siberian, who woke up to who she actually was. Okay, because once you learn who you are, you in return learn who everybody else is in the world.
Exactly.
So let's hear from her. Let's see what she got to say.
Why would I tell you a lie? Spirit Cave mummy was found in Nevada, and it has an Australo-Melanesian phenotype. Ooh, these are big words. Mixed with African.
Hold on, let me go back. I got another one from her. Hold on.
See, we're just showing you how the community is growing, how more people are becoming aware of who they are. And see, that's the only way you can change anything is by knowing first who you are.
Who you are.
Who you are. And see, us being the first, the most powerful, the ones that have affected the world. We gave birth to everyone that's on this planet.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Restore our dignity, restore our birthrights again. Stand up for our bloodlines.
That's right. Now, here we go.
Spirit cave mummy was found in Nevada, and it has an Australo-Melanesian phenotype. Ooh, these are big words. Mixed with African. Remember the word Melanesian? It came up when Moana 2 was popular, and everyone dragged that woman on the internet for saying Moana went looking for other indigenous tribes and found black people, and everyone said they're not black, they're Melanesians. Melanesians? Not Mongolian, not Siberian, which is what y'all are. Australo-Melanesian and African. Which we should also talk about the fact that whenever scientists found anything with melanin in it, they said, oh, this is African. No. The dark-skinned melanated tribes of this entire planet built mounds and pyramids on every major landmass. Y'all took credit for that, saying, oh yeah, that's Native American ancestor right there. No, it's the ancestor to the melanated Amerindians, whom y'all erased. If y'all also built the pyramids like you claim, then do tell me how, and also how they work. And now the spirit cave mummy has 0 Siberian or Mongolian, aka Asian. Yet y'all all share haplogroups with Siberians or Mongolians. Explain that one. I'm gonna tell y'all what you keep telling the melanated indigenous and the Chinese. Stop taking credit for everything. Correct, and I've never denied that on this page. In fact, I've talked about the melanated indigenous tribes of China several times, and I can list them. If I say any of these wrong, forgive me. My native tongue is a secondary language to me because I was displaced, something the natives love to shit on me for. But we have the Li, and they come from Austroasiatic and Austronesian people, dark-skinned, curly-haired. The Wulong, who were dark-skinned because of their coastal existence, predating the Han and Dai expansions. The Dai, who were described as having deep bronze and dark brown skin. The Shi and ancient Yue, who are found where I'm from, Guangdong, southern China. Guangzhou, Shenzhen. Remember that video I made, like, why are the people darker down here? Figured that out. In Guangxi, some Yao subgroups still to this day have melanated complexions, and the Andamanic and Proto-Austronesian ghost lineages which existed in places that are no longer considered China. So you may find more about them in Southeast Asia. I'm finding out a lot of things since I've been here, so pardon me for not knowing everything, but I'm not one of those Chinese that will ever deny our melanated roots. And I've talked about it several times on this page before if you wish to scroll.
See, no one else in the world is denying who we are. They know. We're the only ones that are still denying our power, denying who we are, denying our true birthright, going for this illusion of inclusion. You're not supposed to be included. Okay? We're supposed to be separatists. We set ourselves apart by the gestures, the things that we do, our workings. Like I said, we're protectors of the planet, of our land. We have to get back to that.
What? I'm you speaking truth. You speaking,
the truth is the truth.
That's right.
But you can speak too, because you speak the truth too.
I know, but I'm always accused of cutting you off.
You know what?
I don't want to cut you off from the line.
People should know that, as I say, knowledge speaks sometimes very loudly, but wisdom always is in the cut, listening, disseminating.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all what that's about. I know how to stay in my lane. Each of us should know how to stay in our lane. Okay.
Well, I know how to stay in mine, honey.
You do.
All right.
You do.
Let's get to the next video. I really enjoyed this one. I know a lot of you have seen it before. It's Cicely Tyson in the movie Brewster Place. Was it?
Yes,
Women of Brewster Place.
Women of Brewster Place.
Check this one out.
Don't have to try to be something you're not. Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? That's being something I'm not, then fine. That's being something I'm not, then... My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois. I know all of that, Mama. No, listen. I am alive because of the blood of the people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They asked only one thing of this world, to be allowed to be. It broke my heart when you changed your name. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children, educated them all, who held off 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons off to jail for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
Are you reaching in the right place? Are you reaching for the right identity? Or are you confused? Are you messed up? Are you lost in this American identity? It's time to identify with who you are. You know, we are the indigenous Nietzsche. I am. You are. All of us. Okay? And that's what page we need to get on. You know, we need to stop letting outside sources, religion, because there's nothing wrong with being spiritual. You can be spiritual without having that religiosity, that practice, that dogmatic practice of worshiping. Worship yourself. Worship what God, the Creator, the omnipresence has given you. You know, worship this world, this planet that we live on. Worship your body.
I think we could use better words than that.
Okay.
But
throw them in.
That's a good point. I'm not a self-worshiper, but I think we can strategically place our spirituality in the right places.
What she said.
Yeah.
What she said. You know. Just like, you know, God is the creator, but also we are creators.
Yes.
You know, we're in that same image. We're part of this omnipresence.
Of course.
God is in everything.
That doesn't mean I'm worshiping myself.
No,
right.
Right. You only worship when it's a dogmatic religious
Exactly.
situation.
See that whole word kind of heavy.
It has religious connotations. That's why you have to watch what you say. That's why you have to deeply understand that word to spell and speak with intent all the time, even if you stutter. Even
if you have to slow down, because we're very fast talkers.
Yeah.
Slow down and be deliberate with your words.
Okay.
Hello.
I've got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay. How y'all feeling in the chat? That's right. Love and abundance.
That's why we always wish our family peace and love. Because within peace and love can come abundance, can come great manifestations.
That's right. Let's get into this next clip that we found very interesting and that we're going to share with you today. The reason so-called Black Americans are not from Africa. Let me start it over for you.
Black people were here first. Black people.
Now, this is the one I wanted to show you with the Siberian girl. This is the one I couldn't find at first. Here we go.
They are the aboriginals of every continent. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. Black people, they are the aboriginals of every continent. Dark-skinned people are the aboriginals of every continent. Native Americans migrated over the ice bridge from Siberia, that would be Asia, and became what we now know as Native Americans. But the people who were on that land before them and the ice bridge even formed were Black people. Black people also built pyramids on every continent. That's why there are pyramids on every continent. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. Black people were here first.
I mean,
Black
shit.
people are the aboriginals of
She was black.
I mean, if you didn't get it, Jack, what she's saying is the planet is a solar planet.
Mm-hmm.
The pale people that you see who are passing for Native American, indigenous Americans, they came over from Siberia on the other side of the ice wall, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they came from. And in those acts and laws that were passed by Walter Plecker and them, your Indianness was based off your proximity to whiteness.
That's right.
It was no longer about being black, so to speak. So when they relabeled us and put that label on somebody else, they had to look the part.
Mm-hmm.
And the part then was to look like an Asian or a white person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you see those white folks on reservations today.
And that was a part of the propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was nothing but pre-thought propaganda. They knew what they were doing. All of this was intentional.
See, that's the thing. I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what they were doing to a degree, but they've been winging a lot of shit too.
Sure, of course, and we've been helping them with a lot of shit too.
It's obvious they've been winging it because they reclassified you and your people.
That's right.
6 or 7 times.
6 or 7 times.
If they wasn't winging it, they would have had it right the first time.
That's right.
When you came off that imaginary ship from Africa, right?
And it took several generations of indoctrination, but first they had to break your spirit.
Sure.
They did that with religion.
Sure.
Okay. When they took you away from your original spirituality, they took you away from who you were. The rest was pretty easy.
Well, little Miss Contrarian over here. I feel like it ain't been easy for them at all. In fact, they've been doubling down trying to keep this knowledge from us. And we still found out.
In this time of awakening, everything is coming up.
Uh-huh.
All the lies all the way around. Mm-hmm. Lies that people believed. Like I said, white people no longer have a reason to feel superior. Okay? They can't practice that Jim Crow on us today. Okay? They can't outlaw me saying anything about who I am at all. But back then, they could. Mm-hmm. Back then, they could.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Back then, they could. And like I said, I can't say this enough about our own spirituality.
Right.
That's how they infiltrated us. That's how they broke us down. Yeah. Broke us down spiritually. Yeah. Okay? Took us away. Took the family away from us. Yeah. Okay? We were all family. That makes a difference. We didn't come from peasants. We didn't come from slaves. We're not victims of diaspora. Mm-mm. That Asian woman that we were just listening to, that's a victim of diaspora.
Yes.
Most Europeans and Asians, because of the conflicts going on over there for centuries, were victims of diaspora. They couldn't do anything but relabel us on our land.
And that's why they did it so many times.
Exactly. See, because they didn't want the white folks, the first settlers, they didn't want us to be in cahoots. Because you know how we changed the world. We changed everything that anybody has to think about us. Mm-hmm. Think about what we were doing with people. Mm-hmm. We're all people on the planet. Mm-hmm. We all have certain similarities. Why wouldn't we, being the first people, and they're being our family, not know how to talk to them, not know how to relate?
Well, because they... Okay, you got to get deep now. Okay. The reason they separated us from the peasants coming off the boats in Ellis Isles, not only because they didn't want us to unite, but they didn't want us to save them hunkies.
No.
We only would have saved them.
That's right. See, there you go.
Because we so nice.
That's right. Because we're such a compassionate, loving people. And that can sometimes be a fault. But that's really no fault at all. What they attacked was our spirituality. All this labeling and them and us letting them call us whatever, that was done based on spiritual. You have to understand there's a greater spiritual war than the war you can see down here.
Yes.
Okay? We've been at war for over 400 or 500 years at war.
Well,
and spiritually since they landed.
Well,
yes.
Their timeline is a little bogus too.
Oh.
We like to throw around that 500
I wasn't
years
talking
a
about
lot.
slavery. I'm talking about from the time they exploited us.
I know. But guess what? They ain't start affecting us until like way later. Because remember, the U.S. wasn't going on. They weren't going. If they were coming over here, just a few of them, they couldn't kill us all.
No, of course. They couldn't know.
Yeah.
They couldn't even protect themselves. That's why they need to import more people.
They were starving.
That's right. We were feeding them off of our good graces.
See, that's what I'm saying. We be giving these white folks way too much credit. They are not no great explorers who came over and did nothing.
They're exploiters.
They were killing each other.
Thieves.
They were killing each other first.
In Europe, that's what they did.
That's what they still doing.
Sure. If you look at Europe now, it's in turmoil. It's in turmoil. Wherever you are at in Europe, they're fighting.
And guess what?
They're fighting for what you already have, which you don't even realize.
Yep. And guess what? The Middle East that we think is the Middle East ain't really the Middle East.
No.
That's just some part of Africa extended. This is the Middle East. And it's always been peace in the Middle East.
That's right.
Okay? You ain't got to wish for no peace in the Middle East. We right here. Okay? It's real peaceful right here. Ain't nobody protesting. France is all up in Gaul. They all up in anguish. Come on. It's real peaceful right here. Only thing people got to worry about here is Trump and the stupid shit that he got to say. Or what they don't like or what they do like or whatever. We are our own problem.
That's right. That's right. That's why we need to unite. That's why it's so important that we get together and we not only heal each other, but we protect each other. We strengthen each other. We move in numbers. We make ourselves feel like we're not alone. We're not alone. We're family.
Yes.
We're family.
Yes.
And this is a matter of bloodline. This is a matter of pride. This is a matter of taking our land back. And the only way we can do that is if we take back our spirituality. Because that is tied into the land. Okay?
Entangled.
It's
your soul. In your soul telling you something. Your soul's purpose, your calling.
See, because that religion was to take your soul.
Yeah.
Okay? It's to take your soul.
Yeah. You can keep it a buck.
Yeah, I can keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
You know? Why is the Catholic Church? You don't have to. I know why.
But, I don't have to ask you.
I don't have to ask you. But why do you think the Catholic Church is in charge of everything? There's no separation in church and state. It never was.
But what I found interesting was that the Catholic Church was kissing the feet of the people who owned the Catholic Church.
In fact, we saw a clip of the Pope kissing the feet of some African royalty. Think about that.
So obviously, it's a whole spell going on.
That's right.
And the people that we see in the forefront, like the Pope, the president.
They should be kissing our feet. But see, we don't.
They are they front men. They front man. And I really genuinely feel bad and sometimes sad for the people who really believe in this government, who really believe in Christ, not Christ consciousness, which I know my family knows
that's
about.
A whole different subject.
We talk about white Jesus. I really feel bad for the people who believe in white Jesus and who go to their graves not knowing,
not knowing their greatness, not passing on that greatness.
That's all.
Remember, we're doing this for ourselves, but we're also doing it for our children.
Yeah.
That next generation, we have to teach the children that they weren't slaves. They may have been prisoners of war. But they were never slaves, and they came from royalty. They came from great protectors. Okay? That's our legacy. Look around at our land. This is our legacy. We're living our legacy.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
You're always messing with me.
Can I enjoy my man? And can't I enjoy my gum too?
Oh, listen, we haven't had gum. I haven't had gum
in like 10
years. 10 years. So when you all last saw me and I was chewing like a cow, you know, it was because it was so good and I'm not used to chewing gum. But so many people got upset. We'd like to have the message without you chewing gum. Well,
child, gum come from America.
That's right, that rubber tree.
That's right. Y'all lucky I ain't chewing tobacco.
We used to spit. Yes, right. We used to chew tobacco. Some of us still do.
Till this day.
But that doesn't take anything away from the message.
Yes, we love y'all and just listen to what the man is saying. Listen to what the woman is saying.
You know, it's about love. It's about empowerment. We need that now.
Yeah.
We need love. We need empowerment. We need better self-recognition. Because if we leave it up to the world to show who we are, well, you've already seen all the images. And they're not always so good. But they always seem to be able to capitalize on whatever image they take from us.
And it's usually dysfunctional.
That's right, usually.
That's easy to replicate.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't so easy to replicate real greatness.
That's right.
Real love.
No, that's why they put dysfunction on the front burner here in America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They want you to clown. They want you to look stupid. Because the more stupid, the more you clown, the less and further away you get away from who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. You know, stop dishonoring your ancestors. Honor those who came before us.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for what they did. Okay? Whatever they went through, whatever they had to do.
That's right.
You know, Granny didn't tell you, like I said, sometimes who you really were. That's because she grew up in a time in which it was illegal to. And only once she got old enough where she didn't give a fuck anymore, she didn't care, did she tell you. And so many of you all heard this from family members over and over again, and you had the nerve, the ignorance, not to say, well, if Granny and grandfather and their mother's mother, if they were Indian, if they were indigenous, then so am I. Your grandmother never wanted to be called black. You know, for a time, you couldn't call anybody black. That was fighting words. And that's why black today is so loosely used to encompass people all around the world.
Check this out.
We're talking about us.
When you say black, let's go to the origins, shall we?
Shall we? Let's take it back.
All right, let's take it back, Jack.
These are black people right here. Once you see this, you can't unsee it.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
The origin of the word black applies to these people, the bleached people. These are the Blake, the Blanc, which refers to a fair person, someone devoid of color.
Devoid of color.
Come to light.
It was only in the 16th century that we saw the semantic change of black to refer to something dark, night color. The word black can be traced back to its Proto-Indo-European origins through the word black, which meant pale, wan, colorless, albino. It's actually the truth. Black was incorporated into Old French as blanc, Italian and Spanish as blanco, Bianca, Bianco, and Bianchi. These are the albino people. Oh, I say it again. You've been had. You've been hoodwinked. You've been led astray. Right here in plain sight. That is their seal. These people are not Americans.
You're not from here.
They are foreign nationals living in America.
Somebody needs to say it. Everybody needs to be checked.
The Moorish seal is the first. That's the whole enchilada. Once you claim your name Moor, now you put yourself back into a constitutional fold of government, and your status will go from the lowest as a so-called black person to the highest.
Forget about the way it used to be.
This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency to educate our children.
Listen.
Period.
We are in a state of an emergency to educate our people, not only our children. That's why it's so important, elders, to continue that oral history. It's so important for each one of us, each one, to teach one, to show the world. It's time. We owe it to our ancestors. We owe it to our bloodlines. It's time to clean up that bloodline.
And I always love to say, you owe it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You owe it to yourself. You wake up in the morning with yourself. You go to sleep at night with yourself. You wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom with yourself. Okay. You owe it to yourself.
It's always me, myself, and I.
Okay. And it's always good when you got a good partner. A good rodeo partner. I'm telling you, I just want to hop on that horse. Don't get nasty, people. Don't get nasty. Yes. But I enjoy talking to the family live.
I enjoy.
You know.
This is our purpose. I mean, This is what our ancestors want us to do. Yeah. We're taking advantage of the medium of today, the communications of today, the internet. Yeah. You know, it's time for us to stand up. Yeah. We need images. I hope we're good images for each one of you all.
I hope we are. You know, I hope we're good enough for you. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
If we're not, that's all right too.
No,
we just keep on going.
I just feel like sliding the family game. You know, I'd like to thank my family, my real family,
for letting us be who we're supposed to be. Be myself.
Be myself again.
Again.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me chew my gum the way I want to chew my gum. Thank you for letting me speak my piece the way I speak it. Thank you for my accepting my accent and when we mispronounce things.
Our journey. Yeah. Our journey of love, of identity, of discovery. Thank you.
Thank you. For real, for real. We really love you all. Mm-hmm. And you know who we talking to. We talking to you for real, the ones who've been with us. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. And to those new subscribers, if we touched your heart, thank you. Thank you for subscribing.
If we lit some fire under your ass, you know, to start that movement of devotion, more power to you.
More power.
That's what we're here for.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. You know, to help educate, which comes from the Latin word educare, which means to bring out.
Yes.
Once you're educated to something, then there's a whole resource of things that come out. I love it. You just feel so good. You know? Because we ain't no punks and we ain't nothing you need to play with.
No, we ain't no suckers either.
That's right. You need to realize that. That's why you need to stand up 10 toes down.
Because you ain't no sucker either. And if you are a sucker, you know who you are.
Okay. There's a place for suckers.
You sucker fucker.
Over there. Over there.
Okay.
Right. We got another one.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
This is a real good one. It's from Tiny Desk. I told you I saved the best for last. This is so good. So good. Listen to this.
I am the daughter of freedom fighters and farmers, bootleggers and number runners, copper color skin like clay, cooler than Indian summers, blooded by oracles and seers, water porters and healers, once were warriors, now killers and drug dealers. Mississippi, Choctaw Creek, were raised in Baltimore, so my vernacular from the streets, we move carefully. My pack of wolves, they care for me prayerfully. You'll only lose a limb fooling with them. I am the product of the gypsy and the kingpin. I exist somewhere between Egypt and Sing Sing. Born to be a revolutionary since a wee thing. Rebellion in the memory of the memories I was drinking. I am the product of prayers and potions and heartbreak and devotion. I come from gorgeous women who cut and shoot and don't say sorry later. Short-tempered, easily provoked. They possess spirits, conjure worlds, see the future, clutch their pearls, stay hella woke. Enchantment, birth and raise babies, yep, lots of them. And living room floors with no doctors or Western medicine. They carry water, talk to God, wash their hair in the clouds. Cause they poo like that. And we strong like that. We cry silently, caressing our disappointments, tucking the hurt deep down inside of our ovaries for safekeeping, of course, until the next girl was born. Heart was broken before I ever cut the cord. I was raised under the floorboards. The ones.
Woo! I'm glad that stopped.
That was powerful. That was powerful.
Ooh.
See, that's what we mean. That's who we are. That's just another eyewitness description of who we are.
Yes.
Where we come from.
Yes.
It's all, the information is all around you. You know who you are. Let's start acting like it. Let's start taking back what's ours. Let's start acting like we're the royals that we are, that with the great people that we are. No more time for half-stepping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's clean up the bloodline. Let's build generational wealth. Let's own. Let's take back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, family, we hope you enjoyed this segment. We're gonna.
I don't know. Is it a segment? Is it an addition? I think it's more like an easy public announcement.
Okay? NPA?
That's right, an NPA.
Not a PSA.
No, not a PSA. Not a public service, because the whole public doesn't need to get this.
Okay.
We're talking just certain people. We're talking to our family.
Yeah.
Out of love.
Out of love and devotion. Mm-hmm. All right, family. We love you. We're going to click off this so you could run it back. If you didn't catch it in time, you got to share this message.
And stay tuned for more real talk. This is how we're going to get it, by having a conversation with each other, by putting it out there on Front Street.
Yes. We love you so much. Share this message. That's your part. You're doing your part as long as you teach your truth.
And preach your children.
Preach your truth.
That's right.
Okay? Don't let nobody stop you. Reading some of these comments, sending out the love. Final words, final thoughts.
Hey, we love you. You are strong. You are powerful. Let's remember who we are, and let's get together. Let's get together and turn this mother out. Okay, let's turn this mother out like we know we can do.
Yes, yes. And let's keep sending in those donations, that music.
Right.
Somebody just sent us some music.
Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the music. You know, if you need counseling, if you just want to say hi, call us.
Email us. Well, yeah, we email us first, and then we'll give you our number. Right. Real Talk 8553@gmail.com. We love you so very much. Thank you for joining us again on this live stream. We'll keep them coming. We'll keep them rolling, and you keep sharing that message.
Because we ain't going nowhere. Okay.
Until next time, family, stay fresh.
Peace and love. Okay, how long?